Hey y'all, Grand Rising, good afternoon, and good evening. Whatever time you click on this reading is the right time for you, and I thank you in advance for your viewership. I was supposed to do this reading, I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago. It came across my mind to do it, and life started happening. I got busy, but I think it's best that I waited because with these folks, if you blink, 17 things can happen overnight. So, finally, without any further ado, I'm here today to do the part 3, or I want to say this is probably like maybe the 4th installment. Who knows? Lose track messing around with this group. But I'm here today to do my reading on Jaden Alexis. I wanted to give her her own reading. I wanted to, be fair because we've done Blueface, we've done Krishan. Unrelated to this whole issue, I've read Carlissa due to the energy between her and Dre. And speaking of Carlissa, why is your ass out on Sunday morning, ma'am? Right on cue. Y'all hear the siren? Oh my gosh. Um, the response from her children about her ass being out was absolutely hilarious to me. And I thought it was interesting that, out of all the children, she had a clap back for Blueface because he said something about old lady booty cheeks, and he had like the green face emojis, like saying ill, and he said it's better than the one you spent your life savings on. Or no, what she said was it looks better than the one you spent your life savings on. And I said, damn, Jaden Alexis didn't even say nothing and literally caught a jab. But I knew that Carlissa was going to start sooner than later taking jabs at Jaden, because when Blueface went out to see his son in Baltimore and Jaden Alexis had that emotional outpouring on the internet, and she talked about Carlissa doing something strange for some change, I knew in that very moment that she had made a lifelong adversary, and what she said was going to cost her, and it was something that she couldn't take back. So now that the time has passed by, Blue has come back home for the 11th time. Right now, this past week, last couple of days, Krishan talked about, getting her cheeks clapped for the first time after the baby. And it's rumored or insinuated that it's Blue who, came and tightened her up. We don't know that to be true, but if it is, then we'll tap on, that energy in this reading. I said, I want to say it's in the house that Krishan built. I don't know if it's the part 1 or the part 2, but I had said something about she's become a third wheel in her own relationship. So to sum that all up, I want to tap into the energy of what's to come with Jaden Alexis. Her own energy, not just Blue, like her career, how she feels about things, and we'll also tap into her energy with Blue. I will tell you, before I started doing this reading, I started channeling Jaden Alexis. Interesting enough, I was, you know, prepping some food, cooking, cleaning while I was channeling her. And it became very evident to me, and I've seen this with the rest of them, that there's a lot of childhood trauma. And the one thing that her and Krishan have in common, believe it or not, it's not Blueface. It's reliving and escaping the generational curses of their mother. Jaden grew up watching her mother be the homemaker, try to be as perfect as she could, cook the best meals that she could, do whatever she could. And it just seemed to never be enough, allegedly. And this is where she learned this behavior, to stand by your man, regardless of where the man could possibly be standing. So let's tap into the energy surrounding Jaden Alexis. Angel, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest heavenly vibrations. Show me the energy around Jaden Alexis, her career, and what's to come. Okay, so Queen of Cups. This is someone who feels deeply, is intuitive. This is someone who loves deeply, also has abundant energy around her. So she's all about family, okay? She takes family very seriously. She loves being a mother. She loves the home life. And this is a huge part of how she shows her worth and her commitment is through her love of family and what she does for family. Seven of Pentacles, sowing seeds for a bigger harvest. At the bottom of the deck, what else is this sticking out? Princess of Cups. Okay, so remember I said, because I always like you guys to see everything, okay? Remember I said she's reliving or walking in her mother's footsteps. If her mother would be the Queen of Cups, she would be the Princess of Cups. So, like I just described, mother was very, very into home, family, loved family, very in tune with what everyone needed in the household. And this is someone who constantly gives and gives and gives and gives so that everyone can grow and flourish. Which is not a bad thing. It's actually very, very selfless, very beautiful energy, as long as someone reciprocates. Queen of Wands and the Two of Cups. So, Queen of Wands and the Two of Cups, interesting combination. I do not know her to be a fire sign. Someone had given me their signs before in another reading. My apologies. It's been a few weeks, so I don't remember right off what Jaden's sign is. I know that blue is an air sign. I know that, oh, this makes more sense now. I know that blue is an air sign. I know that Krishan is a water sign. And then you have the Two of Cups. So, wow. Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Y'all, this just got juicy already off the rip, right off the bat. So, damn, she can't have a moment without Krishan popping up. Because here it is, the two in competition. It's like You know, she wants to be the most attractive, the most beautiful, the most loving, the most committed to him, his twin flame, you know, his other half. But Three of Wands, the blessing, the opportunity, the ships coming in are attached to this Queen of Cups, which would be Krishan Rock. Didn't I just comment on how she's become a third wheel in her own relationship? This is, you know, whether she will admit this out loud or not, subconsciously, she's well aware that a lot of the opportunities are attached to Krishan. No matter how much she loves, no matter how much she's devoted, how good she is to the family, you know, she feels like she's his twin flame, his other half. And I'm trying to see if this is a moon behind these two fish. It's almost like, it looks like a moon, but it's like an eclipsed sun. Interesting enough, we just had a solar eclipse yesterday. So, as you can see, these are two different fish, two different colors. The sun is eclipsed, okay? So this is like him having two soulmates. And she knows that as long as this Queen of Cups is around, she's always going to be eclipsed. She's always going to take the light away from her, no matter how devoted she is. This is just a wow moment for me, because what's coming to me is like, this is like Faith and Little Kim all over again. Both women were attached to him, you know, throughout life and even in death. Both women stayed attached to him. Both women had, you know, love for him that was, you know, to the very end. Wow. So, Eight of Swords. This is feeling stuck, trapped, held captive in a situation. And remember, I initially was asking about her career. So this is literally, oh, I feel like I got to sneeze. My nose is itching. This is feeling stuck in this situation, Five of Cups, in deep, heavy regret. So if we're going to go off into why she feels this way in her career, remember, she's signed to Blue, allegedly. We saw that she, you know, had went out to go get new management, but then she turned around when he came back and got the MILF music tattoo. So it's like she's indebted, she's stuck. It's like being a slave to her own loyalty. Three of Wands, okay? Once again, the blessing, the ships coming in through the Ten of Cups, the family. So she feels like all of her blessings, everything that she has in life, everything that is allotted to her comes through this family unit with her, Blue, and the children. This is where her opportunities stem from and come from. High Priestess, okay? High Priestess showing at the bottom of the deck when I'm looking at this Ace of Cups. There's some very interesting energy around this love relationship. And to see this Eight of Swords being stuck, bound by this family situation that is an opportunity, and to see the High Priestess, this is like soul ties, spiritually tied to someone. Eight of Wands. So it's like things came about swiftly. The Emperor, Five of Wands. Now, we see him always talk about how he was happy about her having, you know, his child. But I have a feeling that her father may not have wanted her with Blue. It was complicated energy with her father and him being around, her having his baby, her being in this relationship with him. Tell me more about this father energy and why it's a Five of Wands, because that's physically fighting or violently arguing. Still feels physical. What is this? Cards are sticking together. Come on now. What is this? Seven of Swords. That's the card of being sneaky, trickery. And once again, what do we see at the bottom of the deck? High Priestess. Now to see High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups would be the psychic queen out of the deck. She would be the one that is off into spiritual things. Put that with the High Priestess. That is someone who could possibly be into divination. Seven of Swords, that is sneaky energy, especially when you see a moon, there is a secret. Seven of Wands. Okay, being very defensive. She had to do a lot of defending with this relationship. Four of Wands, Five of Wands. Yeah, so she did a lot of fighting to, I don't necessarily want to say protect this union, but to have this union, to keep this union. What else is there? The Prince of Pentacles. So Prince of Pentacles is somebody's money moving slow. Prince of Wands. So I always like y'all to see what I see, because I don't just read what hits the table. I read as I shuffle. Okay? If y'all can read that, you can see that. That's someone who's, okay, Two of Wands as well. I don't know if y'all can see this. The Two of Wands peeking down there. So that lets me know that from the very beginning, he didn't just outright choose her. It was a choice between her and another woman. And he was out here, you know, Prince of Wands is somebody here for the short time, not the long time. Okay? So this is somebody who gets around. Princess of Pentacles. So things were moving slow in the beginning between him and her, and then boom, it went into Four of Wands, a commitment, and the Five of Wands. So like I said, she had to fight for this commitment. Something amped up this situation that propelled and pushed her further, pushed her ahead of the other choice that he had, because Two of Wands is not that he just outright chose her. It was, he was dealing with her and someone else, from what I can see, allegedly. Hierophant. Okay, so here we go, Two of Cups, and then the Hierophant. Now, this is, what I'm tapping into is long before Krishan. This is like the beginning of how they met each other and how they came together. Notice I was asking about career information, but this lets you know that her focus is not even in career. She's so wound up over him that he is every part of her life. She lives for him. So remember I said this Two of Cups, you know, I felt like that was a choice between two. It's two different fish, two different possible soulmates. Someone was eclipsed. Someone who was shining from the very beginning was eclipsed. because this is a clear moon. Secrets, sneaky behavior. This is possibly knowing that somebody is with somebody else and creeping with them. But from the very beginning, there was always another choice, which seems to be the theme of their relationship from the very beginning. And she's been fighting all the way through, like the Highlander. You know, like if you ever watched the Highlander, where it says there can only be one, and the Highlander has to slay every other Highlander until they're the only one left, and they possess the powers of each person that they take out until they are the only one left. Well, this is like a tournament, and it started in this energy, from what I can see spiritually. Temperance, that's balance through a new beginning. The Lovers. So it looks like the balance through the new beginning, what tipped the scales for her was when they became lovers. Allegedly. Justice. Five of Swords. This is literally what brought balance also brought conflict. Okay? And starting that soul tie, the Eight of Swords, being bound, being stuck, being trapped. Like I said, what brought balance brought conflict, because it was always something that had to be defended, something that had to be fought over and fought for. Now you got this Four of Swords. It's like a certain situation was brought to a rest, but it's like constantly have to bring situations to a rest. So the energy with Christian is definitely not the first time that she's had to go through this tournament energy, but it's the most intense, because everybody else, whatever the situation was, it was squabbles and bickering behind the scenes. We didn't see it. I would like to get to her career, but it looks like what my spirit guides wanted to talk about, they had another plan, because this is the energy from the very beginning, how they came into existing with one another. You know, how they came into a relationship. Wow. Okay, so Temperance. Okay, so we got balance coming through a new beginning. Three of Wands. And like I said, the family was what brought the balance through a new beginning. So her getting pregnant with their son is what solidified them and locked them in. Got it. Fool. It was a leap of faith. The Fool. Prince of Swords. Prince of Swords coming under the Eight of Swords. So, I mean, we see the Ace of Cups, which is love and abundance. The Eight of Wands, which means that this came out of nowhere. They possibly, you know, were surprised by this pregnancy. Like, you know, wow, I'm pregnant. And it's like, you're pregnant and okay, well, what do we do, right? Bottom of the deck, the Devil. That's obsessive energy, because you've got this Queen of Cups with this Seven of Swords and then the Devil. So that's, locking in permanently with a toxic attachment. Not reading the fine print, not realizing what you signed up for. And Ten of Wands. This is, this is like what also makes you laugh, makes you cry. It became a huge burden because Five of Wands. You've been fighting this whole way through, fighting for your position. And I'm not saying that she doesn't love this man, because I'm seeing it right here, the Ace of Cups. Sometimes you can love someone to your own detriment, and that's what this is appearing to be. Princess of Pentacles. So, wow. Usually you see the Empress pregnant, but Princess of Pentacles, okay? Very, very pregnant belly. And this Princess of Pentacles, this Queen of Wands with the Seven of Wands, like I said, she had to really defend this situation. She possibly, she had to defend this situation, because once she had this baby, it locked her in. They became family. They became committed, right? Not that they weren't already dealing with each other. They hadn't been dealing with each other. But this is what separated her from the pack. Because, she was down for him when he didn't have anything. She was always around. Everybody knew about her. But her status changed when she had this baby, as far as energetically what I can see with the shift in the relationship. So it could have, it's almost like, she wanted him to accept the baby because she had so much opposition in other directions about the energy surrounding their relationship. Queen of Swords. So Hierophant, under the Two of Cups, Queen of Swords. Like I said, there's opposition from other people, possibly her family, because this is like being locked in, being married, seeing yourself as married, the Hierophant. And somebody here is very vocal with her about this situation that she considers a marriage. They're very vocal with her about what she's sowing into, the fruits of her labor and what's going to come out of this situation. But like I said, she's fighting. She's bucking the system for what she wants, the Lovers. She don't care what nobody says. She's going to stick by her lover. And then you got the Star and the Three of Swords. So, she wants to become the Star so that she can show him that you don't need anybody else. You don't need her. I'm all you need. But she knows in her heart of all hearts that as long as Krishan is the Star, it's going to bring heartbreak. Because there's always going to be that third wheel. There's always going to be that extra passenger. Like she said, I'm in the front seat, you're in the back. I found that analogy very interesting from that Barbie song, because why would you even refer to another female as being in the vehicle with you at all? You should be in your lane and she's in hers. You're acknowledging that you and her are riding in the same car. I don't even think she realized when she wrote that lyric, or that lyric was written for her, that she was acknowledging that they're sister wives. Because for you to both be in the same car, that means you're going in the same direction in the same vehicle. Four of Pentacles. So yeah, she's stubborn about, what's going on around her. She sees this as her abundance. This is where she wants to spend her life. This is how she wants her generations to go, as far as her children and her children's children. She's always going to take him back. Temperance, balance through a new beginning. Because she sees him as her blessing. She sees him as, where her family should be made, her abundance. And remember, you got the Queen of Cups out here. Here's the King of Cups, Prince of Cups. So she knows, she feels like King of Cups. Okay, he's not outwardly showy with his feelings, but I know he feels deeply for me. But the problem is, Prince of Cups is back here, which means he's still out here dating, giving his cup out to other people. So how deep are his feelings if he's still searching? Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Doesn't matter what happens. Can't tell her nothing. What's that song? I want to say Beyonce, that lyric she had. Dangerously in Love, when she was talking about, was that Dangerously in Love? She said, I don't care what my mama say, what my daddy say, because I love that man. I think she said it twice because it was also in Cater to You. So she sees this as her abundance. This man is her stability. This is her rock. This is where she's supposed to be. And nobody can tell her any different about Blue. Queen of Pentacles. Now we see the King is on the table. Queen. She's, that's husband and wife. They're each other's rock. She's his ride or die no matter what. Man, listen. This is why I read as I shuffle. This is exactly why I read as I shuffle. Y'all watch me just shuffle and look at what came out. King of Cups, Prince of Cups. And it falls under Queen of Cups. So, yeah. I'm yours, but I'm hers too. When I'm with you, but I still do me too. And that's just the way it's going to go and how it's going to keep going. The Chariot. See what I said about that toxic attachment, the devil? Here it is, Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands. That's her, feeling like she's the standout among all the other females. None of them compare to her. She's going to fight and defend her relationship. Princess of Pentacles, that's needing to mature because she's not looking at this from a true grown woman standpoint. Her mind is still thinking as it did when they were in high school when it comes to certain things, and it's toxic. She's obsessive. She's obsessed with this energy. See this at the bottom of the deck? Prince of Wands. She know he get around. She know he for the street. But that's her street meat. Nine of Wands. And the Magician. So she's heard about his behavior. Okay, she's heard about his behavior. And she knows she's being manipulated, but it's one of those things to where, she knows to a certain extent that certain things have to happen for them to manifest certain things. But she pops her shit, Queen of Swords. She don't just let him do like, people think she does. But the problem is this. if you go in and you go off and you go in and you go off and you never leave, ain't nobody paying attention to that. If all you gonna do is cuss me out and I know you ain't gonna never go nowhere. Four of Wands. We locked in. We a unit. Not worried about nothing you saying, because I know you're not going anywhere. So Blue, you know, he's like, okay, well, hell, you feel some type of way. I'm going to take a drive. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go see one of my bitches. I'll be back, allegedly. But you ain't going nowhere. Nine of Cups. Because this is your wish fulfillment. See, it seems arrogant when he says it, that she can't do no better than him. She can't get no better than him. But from what I'm seeing, this is how she feels. Four of Pentacles. This is locked in. This is stubborn. This is, you know, abundance, commitment, right? And then you got the King of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. You know, King of Pentacles, very stable, provider. Ace of Pentacles, the highest card for Pentacles in the deck, next to the Prince of Cups, King of Cups, Prince of Cups. So yeah, he might go out and do what he do, but that's mine. I know it's toxic. I know it's corrupt. I know it can be manipulative at times, but this is how things work for us, the magician. This is how we manifest. And this is my wish fulfillment. So I'm going to stay down and, you know, stick with this commitment. But Four of Swords, something's coming to a rest. Seven of Cups and the Six of Cups. It's like the back and forth, coming back from the past, leaving, going, coming back from the past, leaving, going, wash, rinse, repeat. She wants that to come to an end. She wants this back and forth between her and Krishan to come to an end. And it's interesting because it's not like I'm seeing that she wants it to come to an end with him out doing his thing. It's the Krishan part. Because she knows he don't care about them other women. But Krishan has a piece of his heart. Wow. So we got Judgment and the Six of Pentacles. So when you got Judgment and the Six of Pentacles, like I said, if it does come to a rest, she could possibly get a nice amount of money that will keep her stable for Pentacles. It's, you know, from child support. It's not like she would go off into a life of poverty. Ten of Swords. But she knows that will be the ultimate betrayal in some type of a way, to where it would be like that would just be stabbing him in his back to leave him and to apply pressure through getting child support. But she feels stabbed in the back because of this back and forth, back and forth. This goes back to that blind loyalty. Yeah. Emperor, which is the father of her children. The Three of Pentacles. The person that she's in a commitment with, she's locked in with. She knows that Six of Cups. She knows that no matter what, he'll always come back. I'm channeling the song from the Isleys, Atlantis. I always come back to you. So this is why she doesn't worry so much. Okay, because he'll always come back to her. Six of Cups. Because she's stable ground. She's sanctuary. Three of Pentacles, that's where he's locked in. The Emperor. Okay, he's her Emperor. The Star, which can also be a baby announcement. So she could even possibly have another baby for this man, allegedly. Two of Swords. Yeah, she's been telling him that if he doesn't get it together, she's going to bring this to an end with this King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ten of Wands, because she's tired of the humiliation, the embarrassment, of the back and forth between her and the other baby mama. Okay, so we got the Empress here, the Fool, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Wands, Ten of Swords. Like, you know, you rock with me for a while. You know, I don't just read what hits the table. I read as I shuffle. So she sees this as, you know, this is our commitment. You stabbed me in the back. You know, went out here on some fugazi type shit and messed up, because the full leap of faith is like you was out here messing around, wasn't thinking, and got this other person pregnant. But it's not that simple. This wasn't like just a one night stand that he got pregnant. Him and Krishan got pregnant multiple times, at least 4. So it's interesting how she reduces Krishan down to the lowest common denominator, and she sees herself as the Empress, the, you know, which is all the queens in the deck, the High Priestess, you know, the highest of the land, none is above her. Death. Yeah, she wants this to come to a final end. And it's like she's finally getting to the point to where she's considering calling this the quits. King of Wands. She's thinking about taking action because he's always out here taking action with his wand. I feel baby energy somewhere in here. I said I feel baby energy in here, and Tower comes out under the Devil. Princess of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. I hate to say it, y'all, but allegedly, if he gets Krishan pregnant again, this will be the nail in the coffin. It'll be the final embarrassment. The Chariot. This will be what she finally decides to go. And see High Priestess, the Chariot. That's what she's secretly contemplating also. She feels like it's a manipulation tactic for somebody to hold on to him. Seven of Pentacles, sowing seeds for a bigger harvest. And this is what the Eight of Pentacles. So this is attached to work. So remember, all this time I've been asking about work. We finally get to work. So she figures that this whole back and forth, this fighting and all of this, she's getting tired of this dynamic between him and Krishan. He needs to choose, because she's finally admitting to herself, and she's ready to let him know that he's manipulating this whole situation so that he can sow these seeds to continue to work. The Magician over the Seven of Pentacles is him going back and forth with Krishan is solely for him to work. She's not acknowledging that he has feelings for Krishan. She's looking at he's doing this for clout, for work purposes. Two of Wands, Strength, and the Chariot. So, Two of Wands we know is a choice, and crazy how that's how this whole reading started. It started off with it being a choice between her and someone else, and then it's like he's going to have to make up his mind. He's going to have to choose, or she's finally going to get the strength to move on. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. So it's like finally tapping into a higher energy and being enlightened. Ten of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Finally having to face the truth about the betrayal, about everything that she's put herself into to hold on to this marital unit, this family unit. Four of Wands. See, the ultimate betrayal is not from him. It's from her holding on to him. She's got to understand that she's betraying herself at this point because he's open and honest about who he is. He's never lied about who he is. Having to go by yourself for reflection and look into your inner worth, okay? Wheel of Fortune, how you can land on top, you know, thinking secretly, if you make this move, if you take this leap of faith, what can happen? And I want it to be known that I'm not here to tear down either party, because at the end of the day, none of these women are winning by holding on to him. And he's really not winning by holding on to either one of these women. Everybody needs to deal with their childhood hurts. Everybody needs to deal with, you know, how those things that affected them in childhood are hindering them now. Even him, you know, because all of this is literally people's childhood bleeding all over how they make decisions as adults. But she has gifts and abilities if she decides to tap in that will be highly profitable for her, that have absolutely nothing to do with him, but it's up to her to see her worth. Once she reflects on this, because the Hermit is someone who goes off to themselves and they come out as scholars. So once she goes off to herself and she really looks at her life and she looks at what she has to offer, I'm pretty sure with the Wheel of Fortune landing in the upright, she's going to land on her feet and she's going to realize that there's things that she can do. There's talents and things that she has that she's not even considering talents, that are going to be very fruitful for her. She taps into them. I had a conversation with someone about, I had seen, like, you know, a TikTok of hers where she showed her day, where she got up, got, you know, her son ready for school, made breakfast, made his lunch, go work out, you know, go get him from school, made dinner, and the food looked really good. And I said, you know what? I feel like if she tapped into that, like, you know, start your own vlog, you know, maybe start a cook show where you show us that you could be like the turnt mom, okay? You know, get some liquor reps to sponsor, you know, cocktails where you can make cocktails as you cook, and you interview people while, you know, while you guys, you know, break bread and chop it up. I really think that that would be a great idea for you, because you could literally show people, hey, I'm the lit mom. It's cool to be, you know, the house, you know, the housewife or the stay-at-home mom. Nobody is, you know, no mom is nobody is the same type of mom, okay? So you could show where, hey, I get everything done. I take care of my house. And these are mom hacks. You know what I'm saying? You could literally start a TikTok with mom hacks and come out with recipes and come out with your own seasonings and line of sauces. And I'm telling you, that shit a hit. That shit it hit. See this? Wheel of Fortune. The Hermit. If you go off to yourself and you really get to thinking about what you have to offer, you'll find out that this leap of faith could be a blessing for you. Six of Cups and the Four of Swords. So like I said, this coming back and forth, coming back and forth, coming back and forth with this person from the past, it's looking like eventually that could come to a rest. Because there's some secrets that still haven't hit the fan yet, the moon. And we're talking about major secrets here. Major secrets here. Ace of Wands and heartbreak. So for what it is that we know, and I feel like we know way too much about these people and their sexual business and what they got going on, there is a secret that is attached to sex and sexuality in this situation that is going to literally rip you apart. It's going to be heartbreaking. Yes, this is a very deep secret because you got the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is the one who has the records, the Akashic records. This is the one who knows where all the bones are. Now, the star is Aquarius, and if I'm not mistaken, blue is the Aquarius. So there's a secret around blue. Princess of Cups. Somebody who could possibly be in his energy or around him. And there's that moon again, secrets. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So Five of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Something or someone that you see as, it's like the way he looked at her changed, because the Queen of Pentacles is wifey material. This is a good mother. Five of Pentacles is being out in the cold, being bankrupt, being ass out. So it's like at one point in time, he had a very high opinion of her. He saw her as a great mother, the wife type. But now it's like he doesn't look at her the same. His opinion has changed about her greatly. Hold on, these cards are sticking together. I'm trying to see, what is this sticking to this Four of Wands? Okay, so Seven of Cups. Okay, so Seven of Cups is not just considering your options. Seven of Cups to the Four of Wands. That's a card of libations, and it's like turning up is now affecting this union greatly, allegedly. King of Swords. And the Star. So he could possibly be, you know, telling her about herself and things that she says or things that she does when she's under the influence. Five of Cups. And it's bringing deep, heavy regret. So what I get out of this is that last time that she went on the internet, when he was with Krishan out in Baltimore, he wasn't joking when he said his opinion of her changed, and it changed greatly, drastically, immensely. He never did get over some of the things that she said and some things that came out during that time. And it changed his opinion of her indefinitely. Yep. Princess of Swords. And see, the princess and the knight are messengers. What you said can't be taken back. Five of Pentacles. He no longer looks at you the way he used to look at you. The Empress. Damn. You went from the Empress to the Princess of Wands. This is the mother of all the queens in the deck, to a thought. allegedly. So I'm going to close it out there. I don't want to go too much deeper, because to go any deeper, I would have to go into what the secrets are, and I'm not going to do that because this isn't a personal reading. I'm sending love and light to Jaden Alexis, because a lot of hard decisions have to be made, and there's a lot of good that she could do outside of him, but she has to find inner peace, and she has to become one with herself. She has to figure out who she is without Blue. And to be honest, from what I can see, she doesn't know. She has no identity without Blue. He is her identity. You know, it's almost like what's the movie, Coming to America, where he asked, what do you like? And she said, well, whatever you like. And he kept trying to figure out who she was as a person. And really, she was an empty vessel. She didn't have anything to give outside of what he told her to give. For her to make it in the next stage and phase of her life, she's going to have to be able to look in the mirror and see Jaden Alexis for who she is without Blueface and his cosign. And it's not going to be that easy, because she spent over 10 years trying to prove that she was worthy and she was that one. Now she's going to have to prove that to herself. I believe she has it in her, but it's going to take some really, really tough moments and a lot of prayer. So with that being said, this is my reading on Jaden Alexis and the energy around her. I never was able to quite pull on her career, because everything with her is literally affixed to Blue. Like, there is no her without him. You know what? I'm gonna pull a couple cards before I end this, just as like oracles. Final Rose Tarot are the oracles, and I use the Soul's Journey Tarot for the actual reading. And we're going to use Witch's Wisdom to clarify the clarifiers. Let's see if we can finally get something on career. Okay, so Four of Rings, possessiveness, okay? As you can see, that's a heart under lock and key. That's also like, you know, being locked into a situation, being trapped as well. I told y'all the same thing, make you laugh, make you cry. Seven of Roses, which is drama. So it's like the Seven of Wands card. Once again, that's her defending her relationship. Four of Rings is like the Four of Pentacles. That's being stubborn and being defensive once again. That's coming out all over again. Ten of Flutes, the proposal. So this will be like the air card. She still sees herself marrying this man. Four of Flutes, reflection. So It's one of those things to where it's like now it's like I want this, I want to be locked in, I want the ring, I want to be the wife, but what all do I have to endure? You know, is this ever going to work out in my favor? Keep it chill. So, you know, she knows she has to toe the line. She has to always do what needs to be done to keep the peace. And the cliffhanger to be continued. Look at what comes behind the cliffhanger, the moon. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go off into that secret because this is not a private reading, and I only pull on things that, you know, they put out in the public. I don't pull on things that aren't being discussed. So let's go ahead and clarify the clarifiers. The Alchemist Herbal Kitchen. So Autumn, and we look at the Watchtower. Also, this is a tower. She's done a lot to keep this relationship and to keep things locked in the way that they need to be. Containment, cauldron. And you know, when a pot boils over, you know, it just, all this drama, eventually everything that she put off into this situation is going to boil over. All of her dedication, okay? All of her dedication, because she's did whatever she needed to do to stay 10 toes deep in this situation. But she also has to face, you know, as you can see, the high priestess, the responsibility. She has to look at the part that she played in this role for things to be the way that they are. Security. Everything around this is affecting her security. She sees this as her family, her life. She's gone through too much to walk away, but is it worth staying? We got ritual and invocation at the bottom of the deck. Witch and the healer. So it's like, you know, when you get to witch and the healer, you've got to tap into your inner magic to heal yourself so that you can figure out what it is that you need to do to be the best version of you. You can't put so much energy into someone else, into a situation to where you lose yourself. Like I said, dedication, being so dedicated to a situation that you literally lose yourself. So, like I said, she has gifts, she has skills, she has abilities that can pay off for her, and they can pay off very handsomely. And I really do think that if she was to tap into those gifts, they would reward her handsomely. But for her to do that, she has to start learning to think independently, not to think away from her family, but to understand to give her family the best version of herself. She has to also take care of herself. And sometimes when you are the person that cares for everyone else, you forget to care for yourself. You forget that money can't fix what ails the heart. Living in a big, beautiful house and driving an expensive car that you're riding around crying in does not heal the soul. So I wish her well. I wish her love and light. I wish her, the same thing I wish Krishan. A boost in self-love, self-esteem, self-respect. And I hope that all parties involved can heal their inner childhood wounds, because that's the biggest hindrance I see with everyone involved. So finally, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this reading. And if you made it this far, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. And this has been my reading on Jaden Alexis. And this reading is adjourned.